This trip to South Africa also coincided with a special birthday. Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. I'm kidding. It was around the love of my life's birthday, Jessica.
That's me.
The timing worked out perfectly to celebrate her birthday weekend in the Franschhoek Valley, which is a haven for wine enthusiasts.
The valley has a rich history dating back to the late 17th century when French Huguenot refugees brought their winemaking expertise to the region. This heritage is proudly preserved by the winemakers, and you can sense it in the quality of the wines produced here.
A delightful and stress-free way to explore its wineries is to take the Franschhoek wine tram. With its vintage trams and open-air wine buses, there are 5 different options that will transport visitors to picturesque winery stops. With so many good options, it was tough to settle on a tram line and the particular winery stops.
With these line options, you can craft your own itinerary where you can linger at any stop for wine tastings, cellar tours, food, or a leisurely vineyard stroll.
Depending on what line you choose, you would begin your adventure at either the Franschhoek or Groot Dakenstein terminal, indulging in refreshments like coffee and a beignet, or browsing merchandise as you await your initial departure.
For our experience, making our final cut was Leopard's Leap, Lynx, Dieudonné, Haute Cabrera, and Le Lude.
As we hopped aboard the tram, we were greeted with stunning views of rolling vineyards, dramatic mountains, and quaint Cape Dutch architecture. The experience wasn't just about sipping wine, it was an immersive journey for the senses. Each winery that we selected offered a variety of activities, tastings, food options, and wine pairings.
At Lynx, they offered a sensory extravaganza with their sparkling wines served alongside freshly shucked oysters. The combination of the crisp, bubbly notes of the wine and the briny succulence of the oysters was a taste sensation that was hard to forget.
We are in the Franschhoek region of South Africa, which is a beautiful wine country influenced by the French and their occupation of the area. We are here at Lynx Winery and we are about to do a wine oyster pairing. So, the first one I have here is the rosé, I believe. The order goes, you take a sip, you eat the oyster, and then you take a sip after, and it's supposed to really accentuate the flavors. The wine itself is absolutely amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot this bad boy. Let me make sure you're separate. And here we go. Oh, it's so good. That is amazing.
Dieudonné took us on a sweet adventure, pairing wine with chocolates that left our taste buds dancing with joy.
Meanwhile, Haute Cabrera presented an exquisite tasting that combined their sparkling wines with delectable macarons, providing a perfect balance of the effervescence and sweetness.
We are here at Haute Cabaret, a winery here in the Franschhoek region of South Africa, and we are now on to a dessert pairing. So we do have these macarons, and these are champagnes that we're pairing with them. So I'm about to try this one here, and then take a little nibble of this, and just kind of see how the flavors flow together. It is good. Oh, you can see it. You can definitely taste the way it complements each other.
Finally, at Le Lude, we enjoyed wine paired with cheese, creating a symphony of flavors.
Aside from the wine pairings, there were other experiences that you could try, like wine blending, sabrage, and various winery tour options.
In terms of timing, our hotel pickup was at 8:15 a.m., allowing us to enjoy a leisurely breakfast. The ride to the tram terminal was about an hour. Upon check-in at the terminal, we received the day's timetable for all the trams and buses.
Our specific line, the original Brill tram, commenced its first departure at 9:30 a.m. It's worth mentioning that our schedule was unique. This specific line was only offered because the original selection, the Pink Line, was impacted by recent storms in the area prior to our trip. Back to the schedule. The final pickup at the last winery is at 4:49 p.m.
As mentioned earlier, we had arrangements with the Franschhoek wine tram to book a driver to pick us up at the Franschhoek terminal at 5 p.m. And they returned us to the hotel by approximately 6 p.m.
At the time of our visit, the tram experience was about $15 per person or 280 Rand. The transportation cost to and from Cape Town was about $30 or 700 Rand per person. To save some money, it's probably a good idea to inquire with your hotel if they offer a similar transfer service or a better price.
In our opinion, we had such a great time exploring and experiencing the great wine and food of the region. On our next trip, we'd like to devote a few days to just this region and Stellenbosch.